Hello, my name's Ollie and I'm going to teach you how to sing a sea shanty. A sea shanty was a popular song that was first sung about 200 years ago aboard large merchant sailing ships. They had to be large because the sailors, many of them, would march around the ship doing manual labour like hoisting a sail or dropping anchor, and these required a lot of men to provide a lot of counterweight, a lot of strong men, and if they could sing a work song, a rhythm song together, it would energise the work, make it fun and make it efficient and quick. And the shanty caught on for that very reason. Now the sea shanty, this particular one, became extremely popular. It's called What Do You Do With a Drunken Sailor, and it's been covered by many bands for years and years, and is still covered by many bands. It has a lot of energy and it's very simple, and it's a call and answer song. Now in the popular tradition, the popular folk song tradition, there are lots of call and answer songs, and in this case the shanty required a shanty man. Now you know how at school there's always someone in the playground who's cleverer than you, funnier than you, quicker than you, smarter than you. Well, the shanty man was chosen because he had a sharp wit. He was good with words, in other words, but also importantly he was a singer. He could hold the crowd, and the shanty man would be chosen mainly for those two things. You'll see why. We're going to have a go at the song, nice and slow, so you can hear a verse once and then we'll go through it together. Okay, and it's called What Do You Do With a Drunken Sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor early in the morning? What do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor early in the morning? You got to say early. Early is the same as early, but because we're sailors, a bit like pirates, you got to sing early. Okay, it's a rule. It's not an option. It's got to be a rule. It's fun because you can say early, okay, which gives it a bit of growl. So 3 what do you do with the drunken sailors, and then early in the morning. So you get what do you do with the drunken sailor? What do you do with the drunken sailor? What do you do with the drunken sailor early in the morning? What do you do with the drunken sailor? What do you do with the drunken sailor? What do you do with the drunken sailor early in the morning? Got it? Okay, pretty simple, okay? Now, it's kind of high, so let's put it down. We'll do it a couple of keys down. C minor, that's better. Sounds more like it. So, what do you do? Let's try it that way, okay? Let's just try it once more, and then we'll move on. Here we go. What do you do is you start a note. Are you ready? Here we go, and don't forget the growl for early. What do you do? 2, 3, and what do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor early in the morning? Okay, here's the chorus. Way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises early in the morning. Okay, way hey and up she rises. Now don't ask me why they say that. It just sounds good. I guess it's energy, way hey, and then up she rises. What's that? Is that the sail? Pulling up the sail perhaps? Or is it the tide? Is it the tide? Way hey and up rises the tide. Gets you out of bed and pulls you into sea. I don't know, I'm making it up really, but I think it's more likely the sail, don't you? Perhaps you could find that out. That would be good homework. Find out why on earth they sing way hey and up she rises. Is it just because it's fun, or is it actually about hoisting the sail? I think it could be that. I need to teach you the second verse. Now, I'm teaching you this one because I like it, but it's a mouthful of words. Put him in the scuppers with the hose pipe on him. Put him in the scuppers with the hose pipe on him. Put him in the scuppers with the hose pipe on him early in the morning. Put him in the scuppers with the hose pipe on him. Now, who knows why you put him in the scuppers? And why do you turn the hose pipe on him? Any ideas? I reckon you're right. I've no idea what the scuppers is, but it sounds like a dark, cold, wet cupboard, maybe. And you turn the hose pipe on him. Why? Because he's come back from sea, he's gone to the bar, he's had a few too many drinks with his pals to celebrate another day on the seas, and he's just got himself drunk. So you turn the hose pipe on him full of cold water just to sober him up so he behaves himself. So the whole song is about punishing the sailor who's had too much to drink, okay? So we sing. Put him in the scuppers with the hose pipe on him. Put him in the scuppers with the hose pipe on him. Put him in the scuppers with the hose pipe on him early in the morning. Let's do the chorus again. Now we're going to change key. Way, hey, and up she rises, way, hey, and up she rises, way, hey, and up she rises early in the morning. Okay, so that's the second verse. Now, what I thought we'd do is we would make this a bit more Tempest friendly. So we're going to write down a few ideas I've had about making it connect to characters in the Tempest, or people in the Tempest, places or scenarios in the Tempest. And you can make up your own. I'm just going to give you a couple of ideas, all right? So we replace with the drunken sailor with something like a smelly monster. Now, who would that be? Caliban, I hear you say. Indeed, Caliban. That would be Caliban. A smelly monster. Or the sweet Miranda, maybe. Or what do you do with the tricksy spirit? Who's the tricksy spirit? Ariel. Correct. All right. Or indeed, well, let's leave the last one till we get there. So, let's try those. What do you do with a smelly monster? Okay. What do you do with a smelly monster? What do you do with a smelly monster early in the morning? Okay, with the chorus, way hey, and up she rises following. Smelly monster. What do you do with a smelly monster? What do you do with a smelly monster? What do you do with a smelly monster early in the morning? Let's not do the chorus, let's skip to sweet Miranda. What do you do with the sweet Miranda? What do you do with the sweet Miranda? What do you do with the sweet Miranda early in the morning? Tricksy spirit. Are you ready for tricksy spirit? What do you do with the tricksy spirit? What do you do with the tricksy spirit? What do you do with the tricksy spirit early in the morning? Probably a bit high for you there. High for me, but even higher for you. So there's just a few ideas. So we had, what do you do with a smelly monster? What do you do with the sweet Miranda? What do you do with the tricksy spirit? Now you could make up loads more, like, I don't know, drunk Stefano. It's Stefano, isn't it, who has the wine and gets Caliban drunk, and then Caliban worships him like he's a god. Okay, so you could make up your own about any of the characters, about Prospero, about any of the courtiers, Gonzalo, Antonio, yeah, or any of the scenarios in the Tempest, and make it apply to the Tempest, and that way it'll just bring the song to life. Have a go at writing down some of your own scenarios, and don't forget to send them in, please. So if you've written a few verses that you're proud of, then send them in, please, so that we can put them up on our website, and then everyone else can have a look at them. All right? Great. Have fun, and thanks very much.